Hey man, if you're still buying plugins, you just throwing money away. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm about to show you how to save some money using the plugins that you already pay for. Let's jump into it, all right? So I'm in Pro Tools and I've been knowing this, but often I forget, and I gotta remind myself that we have so many stock plugins in Pro Tools that it's ridiculous. Like literally, let me just go look. I'm gonna go and click on my inserts. I'm gonna go down to Avid and look at all these plugins that Avid gives us, right? I don't even know how many plugins that is. That looks like it's over 100 plugins, stock plugins that come with the software that I'm already paying for. So that's what I mean, that if you are spending your money on plugins, third-party plugins, before you've went through every single one of these joints and found what works for you, found what you need, then you're probably wasting money in some areas. All right, now let me show y'all something. I got a vocal here that I split it up into two. You'll see that it's just kind of edited a little bit differently, but this is the chain that I originally started with. I had the Auto Tune Pro, the Waves R6 REQ6. I'm using the Waves de-esser, Waves RVox, the MIG DSP MC404 multi-band compressor, and of course I always use the Smack. Now this is one stock plugin that I always use. And then I was over here on my mix bus, I was using the L2 from Waves, and then for some effects on this particular vocal, I was using the H delay, right, and then the reverb, right. So well, I wasn't using the lo-fi, I was messing around with that one, but ultimately, let's listen to how this vocal sounded. Let me just bypass all my Pro Tools plugins and bring in all of the plugins that I paid for, right? So all these are paid for plugins, and then we're going to go to the Pro Tools one. So this is what it sounds like when I'm wasting money.
Crash into me like a tidal wave. I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
All right, that sounds good. I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. It's definitely sauced up. But let's see what the free 99 gets me, right? Let's see what the free 99. So I'm going to bypass that delay, bring in my stock Pro Tools real tape delay. I'm going to bypass this reverb and this EQ, because with the reverb one, look, it got an EQ built into it, so I don't need two plugins, also saving processing power. And did you know that the stock Pro Tools plugins are way less intense on your computer's processing power? You're going to be not only saving money, but you also going to be able to use way more processes because these plugins are super light, all right? And then I'm going to go, instead of that L2, let's just use that Maxim. Let's mute this joint. And of course, let's just take a look at what I've done here. So started off with the Auto Tune Pro still, because you got to have the Auto Tune, right? And what I did was use Impact. Now this Impact compressor is really great, super transparent, very, very easy to use compressor, and it sounds good. I'll give you a walk through that in a minute. Then I went over to my 7-band EQ, right? This is my next in my vocal chain that I'm using. Here's a little tip for y'all that's using the Pro Tools stock 7-band. If you ever want to, I'm gonna just go ahead and solo this out for you. If you ever want to solo a particular frequency, you can hold Control and Shift and click on that frequency, on that little bulb right there, or you can come down here and do it on the frequency. And when you adjust it, you see how it'll solo that band. Yeah, make sure you hit a thumbs up on this video and comment if you ain't know that. If you just learned that right now, Control Shift on a Mac to actually solo the bands inside of this EQ. Let me listen.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
All right.
I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
Find something I don't like, and then I can just reduce it.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
Dope. Let's keep going. So then after I did a little bit of light compression to begin with, went over to some EQ just to tidy up a few things in my low mid section. I love to use multi-band compression on my vocals, right? And you'll see that before I was using my Mic DSP MC404 multi-band compressor. This literally is the same thing, y'all. It's the same thing, except this one even takes it a step further because it got a frequency analyzer in here that really helps me to see and hone in on what I'm doing. So, boom, don't need that one anymore. I'm gonna be using this Pro Multi-Band Dynamics.
Crash into me
that
like
I already paid for.
Tidal wave. I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
Right? Really squashing my low end, squashing my low mids a little bit, and just kind of lightly touching the other two higher bands. And then, of course, I know y'all seen me talk about this plugin before because it's one of my favorites, one of the plugins I've been rocking with for years, and this is the Smack plugin. This is the Smack compressor. Super easy to work with. Again, I just got it in opto mode just to give a little bit of character and also control some dynamics on this vocal. Let's hear it out and then I'll bring it back in.
Crash into me like a tidal wave. I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
Right? Again, just adding a little bit of character, a little bit more presence to that vocal with that Smack compressor, and then just kind of controlling any other remaining peaks that might have been left over from my other compression. And then guess what? I got the Poltech mid-range EQ, bro. This is one of my favorite EQs for vocals of all time. When you are working with a vocal, of course, you know that the mid-range is the most important range to make sure that everything is clear, that everything is clean. And if you got that good, clean, clear mid-range, then you're going to be pretty good with that vocal. So let's hear before and after this Poltech MEQ.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
Now let's bring it to life.
I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
Right? You see, I'm doing subtle adjustments, nothing extreme here, but that's what mixing is. We're just building up subtle steps, step by step, and then we tapped it all off with the stock de-esser and Pro Tools. Let's hear this all together as a mix.
Crash into me like a tidal wave. I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave. Touch my body, tease my body, make my body sing.
Yeah, man. So again, I'm gonna walk y'all through this one more time, bringing every single one of these plugins back in. All right, of course, here's how we started.
Crash into me like a tidal wave. I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
Right, and then we compress it to level this vocal out.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
EQ to clean it up.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
A little more cleanup work by using the multi-band compressor.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
Add a little character by using the Smack compressor.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
Bring a little bit of that brightness and clarity out of that mid-range with the MEQ.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.
And then clean up them S's with that DS.
Crash into me like a tidal wave. I'm here for a good time, baby. Let's misbehave.
And don't forget that our master, you know, we got the Maxim limiter on here, which is a super transparent, really dope limiter. And yeah, man, that's really all I got to say right here. If you are still paying for plugins, you're wasting your money. You already paid for over 100-something plugins that you're not using. For more money-saving tips and to help you record and mix better and faster, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyWayne.com. Be dope, man. Oh, yeah, don't forget my Pro Tools certification courses enrolling right now so that you can become an editing ninja. I'm out.
Crash into me like a tidal wave.